Hello guys, welcome to Motor Rise. Now today we're learning how to ride a motorcycle. So the bike in front of us is the Zontes T310. So I'll run you through the basic features of a motorcycle. So let's start with the cockpit of the bike. Now with me here, like I said, the Zontes T310. So we'll start with the left hand side. This is the clutch. Okay, so the clutch helps cut power to the rear wheel when you press. This is a signal switch. This is a low beam and light beam. And if you want to put on the lights, okay, this is the hazard switch. If you turn it on, you see on the dash there are the hazard signals. This is the left and right turn signals. If you see from the dash, so whichever way you want. And then this is the horn. This is the horn. Sorry, I can't do that much of that. A moment for the airplane to pass. Okay, now the mode and set, this is just basic for this bike. If you want to set the dash in terms of time and any other thing. Now we come to the dash. So this is the N, which is the gear. It tells you which gear. So if I press the gear shift down, it goes to 1, then back up to neutral, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's most bikes do it that way, motorcycles. This is the speed, then the revs per minute, RPM, fuel indicator, and the temperature. You also have the overall mileage, and then the trip for the day at 24 hours. On this side, we have the kill switch. So this kills power to the engine. So now it's off. So if it's on, that means you can drive the bike. I mean, you can ride the bike. If it's off, even if you do anything, nothing will respond. For this bike, we have this for opening the seat, and then the fuel. This for fuel, don't worry about that. And then for this bike, it's keyless. So in keyless ignition bikes, what happens is that when I press this, the bike turns on. Now and then here we have the throttle. So when the bike is on, and then I rev the throttle by rolling it towards me this way, it revs bike and gives more speed. When you're moving, it gives more speed to the bike. And then we have the front brake here. Okay, this is so that is basically it when it comes to the cockpit. Now we're moving to the right side of the bicycle. So we have the kickstand. That is the kickstand. Then on this side we have the gear shifter. Like I said, most motorcycles, when you press down, that goes to gear 1 up. It's neutral. Then if you go on up, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we move to the other side of the motorcycle. Now on this side we have this, which is the rear brake. So it basically just works to slow down the rear tire. Now when it comes to motorcycle, what you should know is that the rear brake accounts to 30% of the braking power. The front brakes account to 70%. So most of the time it's better to use the front. When you're in slow speed, a rear brake works the most, and then it's always best to use both brakes. Okay, now that we are done with the controls and everything, we can go to the steps on how to start the bike and move. So let's get to it. Now the steps are simple. First, you need to pull in the clutch. Okay, after that you're going to turn on the kill switch. Turn off the kill switch, so it will not be killing power. So that is turning on. Then you will turn on the bike by for this bike you just press this button. When it's turned on, ensure that it's in neutral. Then after that, once you're sure, kick the gear shifter down once to switch to gear 1. Then you will slowly release the clutch as you add some power. Okay, and then the bike will start moving. For this bike, it's a 312cc bike, so it doesn't need throttle when you are starting. For the little distance, when you just slowly release the clutch, it will reach some place we call the friction zone, where now there is power being applied to the rear wheel, and then the bike will slowly start moving. Then from there, if you need to add more power, if you need to add more speed, you're going to roll on the throttle slowly. Okay, very slowly. When I'm talking about slowly, I'm talking about slowly, I'm talking about this movement. You might not be able to get it via the camera, but I'm just talking about this type of movement. I'm not talking about revving it like that. No, that will cause some problems and some unexpected wheelies, man. So let's not do that. So yeah, let's do it practically. Okay, now, so like I said, clutch in, kill switch off, bike turn on. I already did turn it on, so just so I know how to release the clutch, because I'm using a key fob. It's in my pocket. And then now next thing we will do is turn on the bike. Here you can see in the dash, okay, the bike is in neutral, so we are going to go to gear 1. Now gear 1. Now I will slowly release the clutch as I add some throttle. Okay, like I said, for this bike I don't need to add some throttle. For example, just look, I'm slowly releasing the clutch. You'll see the bike moving. Okay, it's moving already, it's moving already, it's moving already. Okay, but for regular bikes you need to add some throttle. So that's what I'm going to show you. So the clutch, when I say slowly release the clutch, this is what I mean. You can see the clutch, I will slowly release it slowly, and then the bike starts moving. Okay, so I will do that in one. So slowly release the clutch and the bike starts moving. Then I add some throttle, little bit of throttle, very light hands on the throttle. You don't want to rev the throttle so much, it might take you up and do some wheelies, unexpected wheelie. So slowly releasing the clutch. Okay, now once you've fully released the clutch, you can see I've let go and the bike is moving. So I control the bike with the rear brake and the throttle. So if I want it to go fast, I increase the throttle. If I want it to go slow, I roll off the throttle. Okay, now we will go back as I show you something. Now, so the bike is now moving. So I control it with the throttle. For example, if I want it to go fast, I increase the throttle. However, you feel the bike complaining. So that's when now you need to step up a gear up, because you need to match the revs with the RPM with the speed of the bike. So if I increase the pace, see the bike is now complaining with the crazy revving. Okay, that's when you shift gears. But let's not go into that now. So when the bike is moving, if I want to stop the bike, this is what I will do. So I will roll off the throttle. Okay, pull in the clutch. Okay, for this bike, if I'm in any gear, I will try as much as possible to now go to neutral. Okay, now once I'm in neutral, I will go with the rear brake. So I'll step on the rear brake and step down with my left foot. And then once I'm down, kill switch off. Kill switch on. Okay, then for this bike, neutral, and then kickstand. Well, my hands are still on the clutch, remember, and then the bike is neutral, it's off. Then I just turn on the ignition. Okay, as simple as that. So when you want to stop, you're going to slowly roll off the throttle. Rolling on is this way. Okay, look, when you're looking at the throttle, rolling on is this is rolling on, then rolling off. So you roll off the throttle, clutch in, okay, rear brake. Okay, and all this time you can still be applying rear brake, because you're in slow speed, you don't want to use the front brake. Sometimes it topples you. So all this time you can be also just applying some bit of rear brake. Then you roll off the throttle, clutch in. Okay, once you're done that, and then while your legs is still on the rear brake, the bike will slow down. You go down with your left foot slowly down, and bike will automatically have stopped by then. And then now kill switch off, on, and then the bike, the kill switch which kills power to the engine, and the bike is off. Okay, like it is now. Ensure you're in neutral, and that's it, stopping the bike. When you're in slow speed, we're using the rear brake. Okay, we're using the rear brake for a reason, because they're best for slow speed. We'll talk about more as you advance in terms of learning how to ride. So yeah, let's do it. Riding and stopping. Okay, clutch in, kill switch. Bike is already on, so clutch in, kill switch, turn on the bike. Gear 1, you can see it on the dash. Gear 1. So I'll slowly release the clutch and add some throttle. Okay, so I'm moving. I don't need to go to the clutch again. So if I want to stop, slowly on the rear brake, roll off the throttle, clutch in, left foot down. Okay, and I can kill off the engine with the kill switch. Now, if there are various ways. If you're, for example, in gear 6, okay, gear 6, you will, if as you're advancing to stop, you're going to if in gear 6, assume you're on a high power, I mean high speed, so both brakes are going to be applied, and then switch gears to ensure you're in gear 1 at least, or 2 as you're almost stopping. You'll approach to neutral, and then once you stop, you'll be on ensure you're neutral. So you always want to stop at the slowest, at the lowest gear, 1 or neutral, 1 or neutral, and then yeah, that's it. So let's do it. We are moving. I'm in gear 2 now, 3. So if I want to stop, rear brakes, roll off throttle, gear 1. I'm going back to gear 1. Clutch in as always. Like I said, my left foot is the one on the ground, right foot still on the rear brakes. Okay, now while in this motion, I can kill power connection to the engine. Remember, all this time I was doing all this trying to stop, my hands were on the clutch. Okay, because the clutch will most likely save your life in most times. Okay, anytime you rev the engine, the throttle unexpectedly, if the clutch is in, you're in good, you're lucky, because the bike won't move anywhere, won't go anywhere. But if you mess like that and the bike is on, that's gonna be bad. Okay, so basically that's how you do that. Okay,